Hello all. So I'm going to be redoing the engine collection last half of the video because, well, the first and only time I didn't review a video, it ended up biting me in the butt. It was way too dark. I didn't realize how bad it was till I uploaded it. So doing it a bit earlier today, and yeah, so sorry about that. Usually if I'm doing a video, I don't have any editing software, so basically this is all just done on my phone. So I end up reviewing the video. If it's good, I'll post it. If it's not so great, I'll have to redo it. So, like I said, the first time I didn't review the video, I just thought it was good. It ended up biting me in the butt. But anyway, we'll redo the last half of the video like I said, and then hopefully you can actually see something this time. Alright, so starting here, little 2.5 Alpha De Laval. The Fairbanks block, Gould Shapley block, flywheels, Espasat grain grinder. They were actually sold by McCormick Deering / International. Essex wheel that we're going to turn into a clock at one point in time, but that hasn't happened yet. And we've got the Fairbanks 3-horse ZC, and then 6-horse M, Brothers little B model Briggs. Try and get in here is a bit better for you than I did yesterday. So a little Witty, and we've got my 6-horse diesel Witty. A bit better shot of that 3-horse. There we go. So 6-horse M. The Witty is kind of in pieces right now because you guys remember that quick little video I did for my buddy's Witty? Well, he is missing this piece right here. That's your needle valve intake, whatever you want to call it. And so I pulled mine apart, sent it out with him, and he's getting a friend of his to remachine it. There's the gas tank out of mine. 6-horse Witty. Yeah, it needs some love. And again, Dad's 3-horse. Dad's ours 3-horse igniter M. And like I say, just lots of parts. Those boxes are pretty much all M parts except for the flywheel. Almost died. The flywheel's off the R. McDougall pump jack. Alright, so hopefully that's a little bit better lighting for you guys. I actually saw something. Alright, moving on. So everything's kind of put away now, so the rest of the junk's in here, but the W4, I was pretty sure you were able to see that. Then we have the 1.5 Fairbanks, Briggs ZZP, and back there's the 3-horse M under the bucket. Okay. And we got brown tent again, which completely cut out for some unknown reason. You guys saw about that much for 2 seconds and that was it, so start over. 1901 Watt Brothers made in Gananoque water pump. Thank you again, Jake. Wortman & Wired figure 40 water pump. Again, I've got a video on this guy, but it's massive. I've never seen another one. Then I found another one. And there was another one posted on Kijiji a little while ago, but he was a few hour drive and he wanted an arm and a leg for it, so I didn't end up getting that guy. 5-horse ball top lister. LC. Model L. The C actually means Canadian. In here. Iron Horse military generator set. It's all original in the original crate. Again, this guy might be for sale if anybody's interested. Again, currently I can only do Canada. So there's that. I've never tried to start it. It was sold to me as a new old stock item, and that's about as much as I know about it. So, the ball top's missing the ball, but the ball's down there. The reason the ball's off, I finally got a set of valve bungs made. So long story short, before I ever got this engine, spark plug. That's too tight. Long story short, somebody at one point in time broke spark plug off in there, cut it out, and cut too far into the threads, so therefore it's just losing all the compression out the spark plug hole. And there's a bit better shot of the other Wortman & Wired. Before we go too far in here, Mum's Farmall Cub. Whiskey barrel, because you always need one or two. Try not to die. Horse and a half. Overstrike M. Dad's 3-horse M, built in Hamilton, Ontario. Where are we? Yeah, there you go. Hamilton, Ontario. And we got the 6-horse Fairbanks. There's no Canadian lookup, so this one comes in at about 1918, 1919 on the American lookup, which I know is wrong, because those models would have a plug oscillator. This one only has a AB33. So, there's that. Little Wisconsin. It's got a Fairbanks Morris mag on it. Again, that guy's also for sale. Like a little 2.5 by 3. Sorry. Myers Bulldozer water pump. This guy runs. There's actually, depending on the year and the year set I'm trying to do, there's 7 to 12 pumps in a series. I can't remember all of them top of my head, but this is the second biggest, or the second smallest rather. There was a 1 3/4 by 3. 1 3/4, 2 by 3, like bore and stroke, all the way up to an 8 by 8. The 8 by 8's about 2,250 pounds. It's a big pump. I've only seen one in person. It was down at Cool Springs, Pennsylvania Power Museum. Wanted to take it home, but it belongs to the museum, so they wouldn't let me. I have 4. I do have a 2 3/4 by 3, but it's an R. McDougall. Then I've got the 3 by 5, which I'll re-show again because that video half didn't really work out. And then the 5 by 5, which you guys saw. and then another similar size. I think it's a 2x3. But here's the 18 Fairbanks. Now that you can actually see it. We have been told it's actually kind of rare because it has 2 intake valves. So it looks like there was a cover there at one point in time. Not really sure what's supposed to be there because we can't find any information on it. All the ones that we can find just have a single intake valve, kind of like that, same size. So massive exhaust valve and 2 fairly small intake valves. Now we're going to try to get up here. And there we are, 17-18 horse Fairbanks Morris. It's a little awkward up here, but now this one, I don't know how well it's going to come through, but is all original as far as we can tell. You can still see some of the original pinstriping all the way around the cylinder. Not so much on this side, but there is some more on the opposite side. Again, it goes kind of all the way around the top. There is some on the other side around these 2 surfaces for the bearing cap. And yeah, we got the bag on the mag still, but it's tagged there, tags here. This one we're led to believe was an oil field engine, simply because, if I can get the bag off, oil well, Fairbanks Morris. Not sure if that has anything to do with the oil well supply company, or if it's just a oil field engine. But anywho, try and get back out of here. Not sure who made the whiskey barrel. There's no name or anything on it, so, but it's a nice solid barrel. Another display for another project. Alright, so I'm gonna finish getting out of here and then we'll get into the other shed, little lean-to, I guess you call it. Alright, give me a sec, guys, and I'll be right back. Alright, before we get in there, I figure give you a slightly better look in here now that I have a proper flashlight. Man, it's a little bit lighter out. So there's the Duro water pump, Briggs 5S, Briggs FH Make-A-Do. Lots of parts. The Iron Horse tucked back in there. That was my birthday present a couple of years ago. There's the Champion blower and forge drill press. That's oddball water pump. I think it's marine, but I really have no idea. There's no name on it. It's solid brass, the pump, and the rest is cast iron, so it's nice and heavy. Again, parts, crank handles. There's the Briggs FH complete. Doesn't run. I think I need a new condenser for it, but other than that, it's complete. So it should, in theory, run. More parts and a couple other oddball items. Hay bale harpoon and a crucible. And way back in the corner there, forgot to show it yesterday, is a fairly large 2-man chainsaw. It's a Mercury. Okay, that really just about does it in here, so Farm All A. Let's see if we zoom these in here a bit. You can see just right there where the light is. See the spark plug hole? That's the other 4-horse Lister Junior. That's identical to that guy. Alright, we'll get into the other shed now. Alright, so we're back in here. Here's the 15-horse Fairbanks. I forgot to mention the other 18-horse Fairbanks. It's 1945, and it's just shy of 3,000 pounds from factory. This 15 from factory is about 2,200 pounds. Come on, focus. There we are. You can see my Massey a bit better now. Come on. There we are. And way up at the front there, beside that hood, actually just in front of it, where are we? Just about here under the canoe. There's those two 3-horse M overstrikes. And then the little sulky for my walk behind. So I need to resurrect him. I should be able to see the bulldozer a little bit better. You can see it's still green, with some of the yellow still on the lettering. There's the bell. There's the other bell. It's upside down just to fit under the canoe. This one's slightly different. It doesn't have a double set of flywheels, pulleys, whatever you'd like to call them. This actually has a V-belt, so this would have been hooked up to an electric motor, which it has the bracketry for. I just don't have the motor. I'm not sure if it's anybody's special, because there's either a W or an M, depending on how you look at it. It'd probably be an M. Then a 2-3-2. M probably Myers, so going with that. Alright guys, let me get back out of here and see if I can show you anything else. Guess we could show you this. This is an International Harvester. One bottom plow. Still has some of the original lettering, silk screening, pinstriping, whatever you'd like to call it. Right there, you should be able to see that. International Harvester Company. We don't have any horses or anything, so this is pretty much just a garden piece. We might eventually redo it, just to make it look a little nicer, but then we're going to lose all that original lettering, so again, we might keep it just as it is. Alright, I'll see if I can find something else for you. Alright, so here's a Tom Thumb. This guy's 1910. Tom Thumb famous, whatever you want to call it. The block for my Fairbanks Morris 3x5 water pump, which I did a video on, and it's slowly getting stuff done. And this, I believe you were inquiring about it a couple videos ago, Colin. Can't really uncover too much of it because it's all tarped up, but is our 1924 International 1-ton pickup, model CX. This thing doesn't exist anywhere. The serial number doesn't come up. The model number CX doesn't exist. It's CX, so it might be experimental, or it might just be something sold to DeFasco or Stelco as a runner truck. It was built in Hamilton. The tag says made in Hamilton, so little 4-cylinder Waukesha. Has the original oil can with it.
It's a long-term project.
It's, like Dad said there, it's a long-term project because parts don't exactly exist.
It's the dust collector.
So, here's the tag. There we go. CX 124. If anybody has any idea what this actually is, please let me know. We can't find anything. We thought at one point it might have been a red baby, but that's not the case because this actually has 6 gears and reverse. So we thought it might have been a 6-speed special, but again, that doesn't work out either. A 3-speed with a high and low rear end, rather. So the 6-speed special actually had 6 individual gears. So, and then cousin's little Fairmont, he's got the rest of the parts. We're still waiting to do something with that. But I know you're asking about that before calling, so there it is. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. And like I said, sorry about the last video. I never realized how dark it actually was. So, we'll get this one up for you, and hopefully you can see something a bit better. Alright, talk to you later.